Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to June 30th Premarket. How is everyone doing? Let's get it done. Let's get started. Let's go over the news, the events, and the tickers and the market. Okay. So first of all, the market. I will go over the technicals of the market. It's basically pulling back down after a spike in the pre-market. S&P and Nasdaq are up 8 and 62 points above fair value, and today is basically quarter end positioning. It's end of June, and you want to expect some sort of volatility in the market. Institutional portfolio rebalancing and basically profit taking and new positioning will happen, and as a result we will see some sort of volatility in the market, definitely. So be prepared for that. Dow Jones is on a pace for its best first half since 2021, right? So that is pretty interesting statistic. And on the geopolitical side, US and Iran are holding another round of talks today in Qatar, again for 1,000 times, but it's happening anyway. Tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz increased, and this is basically helping the keeping the pressure off the oil price, which it is actually going lower. On the corporate news side, we have Digital Realty, DLR, acquiring a stake in 3 Northern Virginia data centers, and AVAV, AeroVironment. It had strong earning and stock is up 30%. So the first one is DLR, which could be interesting if you are interested in trading catalyst plays, and AVAV. The stock is up from 139 all the way up till this one, almost 177, 180, and it's pulling back to 176, 176, 177 area. So if you're interested in catalyst plays, these could be some interesting names. On SpaceX, reports suggest discussions about donating shares for Trump accounts. Really don't know what that means, but we are seeing SpaceX technically bouncing above the 149, 150 zone and retested 167. If you remember, this was a key level that I mentioned yesterday that we need to get out of if this bullish momentum wants to continue. On the trading, on the housing stats, we have House Speaker Mark Johnson said Trump will not veto some housing legislation, which is not going to be that important for the whole market for the day. That would be it. Mainly mega cap and semiconductor are continuing to recover, and we will go over a couple of these stocks that are potentially recovering. Some of them bouncing back up, and some of them are recovering from basically relative bearish move. So let's start with SPY. Where are we right now? So after 2 days of basically after Friday's price action, and the price pushed back down and retested this 730-ish area, it bounced back up. And then yesterday on Monday, we saw SPY retested 733, held above 700, 733, and bounced above this level. And we caught Qs and a couple of names yesterday altogether, if you were in the community. And so what is happening right now? Now SPY is hitting the resistance of 741, 745. Now this is the same zone we held back in June 17th, in June 22nd, the zone that we rejected back in June 12th, the zone that we rejected in June 9th, in June 8th. It's the same exact zone, right? So we are at a very important level. Yes, the price is above the moving averages, but technically we are below, or like almost in the middle of this resistance zone on SPY. Now, right off the bat, when we are right below a resistance zone, the only thing that I would basically plan for the day would be, are we going to break this structure, or sellers will reject the price and push the price back down? This is probably an area that price will react. Okay, again, nothing is 100%, but this is probably a zone that the price will react. We will either see the buyers push the price higher and control the level and break through 742, 743, 744, 745 resistance walls, or the sellers will reject this zone and push the price back down. And in that scenario, we're gonna see a reversal and a retest of 738 and maybe 733, 734 area again. So that would be the whole basically thesis for the day. If SPY stays, which is not that common and the probability is not really that high, but if it holds around this 740, 742 and just consolidates, that's not a trade area that I would like to see SPY, so I won't be trading it at all. So the key zones is where we are right now as a resistance. If that breaks, we can go all the way up till this 749, 750 on SPY. If we reject 741 and 740 and push lower, if we reject this 742, 743, break below 741, 740 and push lower, we can retest 737 and then the same 735, 734 level that we basically bounced above yesterday. Qs. What is happening here on Qs? So again, if you remember, we held above this zone on Qs. We held above this zone of 705 on Qs. We broke these levels and pushed all the way higher, retested the same level that we rejected, again, June 8th, 9th, June 12th. We bounced above on June 17th, and recently we rejected these zones as well. So technically my zone could be something like this. All right, and where are we on Qs? We are in the middle or right below this resistance zone, right? The resistance zone is right around this 728 down till 723. Where are we right now? Right around this 723, 724. So the sellers are present there. Again, two scenarios. We might reject it, that if we reject, it will be like last Thursday's price action, that the price dropped and pushed all the way down, retested the demand of 705. Or we can slowly go higher and break through this structure, break through this wall of sellers and push all the way higher. If that happens, the next levels of resistance would be right around this 736 and 740. But if you reject and break below this 722 level, we can go lower down till 720 and then 715, 710, and then ultimately we can go down till 705 as well. Pretty much the same scenario on Qs as well. We are right below the resistance. Dow Jones. Dow Jones is pretty much doing the same thing here, just like consolidating right almost below the resistance of 523, 525. Pretty much the same thing. SMH, it's just consolidating in a range, right? It's technically in a range. It's above the demand zone. It's below this 645, 646 resistance. So we technically need to see SMH find that direction. It's just like consolidating. Yes, it held the demand of 600, 610 and bounced back up higher, but we are right below the resistance as well. So again, the key zones would be 615, 620 as demand zone, and 645, 650 as a resistance on SMH. Apple, pretty much holding in this range, right? Nothing really worth watching or interesting. But if we get below this 280 and sellers stay present, we can go for a retest of this 275. But for any bullish setup, I would think I would like to see Apple above this 289, 290 level for any possible continuation moving higher. This is the previous all-time high. It rejected really hard. Tesla. Oh, Tesla just retested. So now this level could be our demand right now. The same for these zones, right? Tesla retested 410, 411 for like fifth time and got rejected. Hopefully, if we get above this 416, 417 area, Tesla long would be interesting. Otherwise, if we just keep rejecting, we can go for another pushback down and retest of 395 and 380. That's what it was doing. It was just like, it's just trading in this range, right? Bounce above here, rejection. Bouncing above 384, rejecting. Bouncing above this zone, rejecting. Now we'll see if it can finally break out or not. If that happens, it will be really interesting to trade it. But if we reject it, we will have some ugly, some sell-off, some choppy price action all the way down till this 380 at least. NVIDIA, NVIDIA is trying to bounce back up. Just got rejected around this 198. So in case of market rejection, NVIDIA could be cool to watch below 195 for a possible retest of 192. On the to the upside, I would like to see it hold this zone clearly and get above maybe 199, 200. Well, Google actually bounced back up, and now let's see if Google can control this zone and hold here and consolidate here, because if that happens, we can go for another push higher on Google for a retest of 360 and 365. But the first thing is seeing if it can hold 350 and doesn't fail below it. AMD, pretty strong hold so far. We are below this resistance of basically the all-time high resistance of 548, 560-ish level, which we rejected multiple times. So we need to get through this zone, and we keep rejecting this level. So we'll see if today it keep rejecting it or it finally break out of this area. Intel, yeah, pretty much the same thing. So we have this resistance right above where we are right now. 133, 135 is the key resistance that we need to break. If it can't, we will reject and push back down to 126. Meta had a good push higher yesterday, didn't really move any further, and it failed. So in case of market weakness, Meta could be an interesting setup to watch as well, right, for a possible push lower, and especially below this 556, we can retest 540. MU still consolidating. Unlike this consolidation above this 1160, it can push possibly higher, but it is a resistance zone right there as well. And Amazon had a pretty interesting move yesterday, but failed and rejected below this 246, 248 resistance. And overall, at this point, today's price action would be inside day price action. I'm not interested in it unless if it gets above this 242, which is, I'm not sure if it will be happening or not. So I would be definitely waiting for the first 5 to 10 to 15 minutes of the market open today, so that we can have some sort of clean direction in the market, because the market did have some moves, but the whole S&P 500 and Nasdaq, they're very close to the resistance zone. We have a couple of names forming inside days, and it's end of the month, so things are not aligned that much. But I would be patient, waiting for the first few minutes of the market open to get some sort of direction in the market, and then go from there. Marvel also is pretty much consolidating, doing nothing really extraordinary or interesting here. We have a demand here, right? We have a demand zone right where we are right now. It is bouncing above the demand zone, but it's just struggling and consolidating around this 280. We need to get above this 290, 293, possibly to go for a possible push higher up till 304. To the downside, we need to get below this 244 on Marvel for a possible clean bearish setup. But overall, it is looking pretty okay. I like this consolidation here, and it has room to push higher if the market and semiconductor sector actually start pushing. Okay. So my main focus would be on SPY and Qs for the day, and a couple of other tickers like AMD, like Intel, and maybe Meta and Amazon. Okay. All right. Awesome. So I'll be going ahead and trade live with the team. As always, if you want to join us, make sure you check out the link in the description and join us and trade live with us. Have a great rest of the day. I will see you guys in the next.